Hello and welcome back to Khans of the Steppe. Today we become the greatest of all Khans. But before we do, there is one thing that this does which we need to be very aware of. The moment we do this, a great war of defiance will begin, pitting you against the strongest nearby ruler and nomads in and near your situation region. Now this is an interesting thing, because this says pitting you against the strongest nearby ruler and nomads in and near your situation region. So this implies that it's going to be the nomads in your region plus a ruler nearby who is strong, like the strongest in theory. Who is the strongest nearby ruler? Well, it really depends how you define nearby, right? Is it the nearest one nearby my situation region? Then it's Alid, right? They've got 7,000 troops. They are the biggest person near my situation region. Now, I'd love to show you the situation regions, however, it doesn't seem to be working right now. I don't know if this is due to a patch or something, because I looked at the county fertility one as well, and it also doesn't seem to do anything right now, so I'm assuming that a patch either broke it or it broke it for previous saves. Anyway, from memory, the central region was like there-ish, or something like that. So I would assume that they are the closest to that region. Let me just go out of here. Yeah, so I'd assume that they're the closest to that region. If it's the most powerful nearby ruler who is near any land which could be ours, I mean, the Byzantines are slightly stronger. They've got 6,000 more troops. It could be the Byzantines. Now, you could expand it further. How strong are the Abbasids? Oh no, the Abbasids are stronger, so they are also kind of close. It could be the Abbasids, I guess. Holy Roman Empire, they're actually not stronger than the Byzantines. So, actually, looking around, maybe England? Just saw that they were over here, so assumed they were strong. That was my mistake. These guys? Okay, these guys are the strongest people I've seen on the map. They, in fact, are probably the strongest on the map. So let's assume these guys, 11,000 troops, right? So worst case scenario, 11,000 troops from these guys? From not really France? So I'm not overly worried about that. But there are a lot of potential people within the central region that could be a problem. If we assume the central region is something like this, lots of these guys have 2,000 troops. 2,000, you know, times by all of them is quite a lot of troops. We do have 30,000. We should be able to deal with it, but it's something to think about. Anyway, what we're going to do is basically go through all of our subjects and we're going to make sure that they're all obedient. And then we'll see where things go. I'm assuming our tributaries won't join if we're obedient, but... Or, sorry, if they're obedient, but... Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, so let's do this. That's a lot of subjects. Is there a way of sorting subjects by obedience? I think I've looked for this before, and the answer is no. Yeah, that's the problem with it being a new thing. It's going to be very difficult to do. Can I do it in here? No. I also can't sort in this screen. Is this a better screen for doing it, though? Maybe. Yeah, I guess. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to go down the list here, and we're just going to demand obedience. The other thing is that we have to be careful that we don't go too low on prestige, because we need 750 prestige to click the button. So that's what we're going to do first. Oh yeah, the other thing is somebody asked about horse breeders, because I said that we needed horse breeders to do this, to do finest horses, which looked pretty good, but we don't have that tradition. They said, oh, if you don't have the tradition, you have a free tradition slot for your culture. Well, I do, yes. However, we don't have enough prestige to reform it. So if we go in here, I think it's in this one. Yeah, horse breeders. We need 4,000 in order to do that, which we don't have. It's due to our ethos adds an extra 2,000. So yeah, if we didn't have that, then in theory we could take that, and in 30 years we'd be able to do this. But yeah, we don't have that option. So that's that. Now you might be saying, oh, why don't you merge your culture? I did actually go and have a look for other cultures which have this horse breeding one. The only one that I found on the map, and there's probably another one somewhere, but the only one I found was this one, the Karluk culture. Now, the problem with this is that it's the same heritage as ours, so we can't form a hybrid culture. So, unless they hybridize with someone else who is of a different heritage and they take that heritage, we don't currently have a way of getting it without getting our prestige up. So, anyway. Where was I? Yes. Let's get a bunch of people obedient, shall we? So, yes, I think I just want to do this. That's fine. And then we just scroll down the list and we just go, oh, you're disobedient. Demand that you become obedient. And that you become obedient. Demand that you become obedient. May have been worth waiting a little bit and seeing how they were once our actual army strength gets calculated, because it doesn't do that when you load up the game. But yeah, let's not worry about it. I think we're going to have enough prestige to do it this way. And enough of them are obedient anyway that we can just scroll down the list. If everyone was disobedient, then I'd be looking at it a little bit more closely, but I don't think it's going to be that big a deal. Now, actually, you could also argue that as long as the other vassals aren't actively, like, against you in the war, it could be argued that doing this is not optimal, because what you would want to do is you would only want to get in people who are actually going to be helpful in the war, not people who are going to provide like 10 troops that would just die immediately and lose your war score. But yeah, again, I don't know how it works, so I'm just going to assume the worst case scenario. But yeah, I mean, it could also just give their troops to us or something, but that seems even more unlikely. It's not really the way that this game handles things. Right. Let's do that. We're about to be hit with a ton of pop-up messages. So, there we go. Go through all of these. Wonderful. Right. Was that all of them? No, unless I missed this guy. Nope. Give it another second or two. Oh, we managed to get obedience from a dead person. Well, I mean, I guess they wouldn't act against you. Probably wouldn't follow your commands very well, though. I was just checking we didn't have another person in here, and I'm just doing another check here, because if that person was dead who accepted that, then it implies that they probably gave their land to somebody, but no, I don't see anyone. Cool. Well, that didn't take very long. So that's all subjects, right? Yes, that includes... I just want to double check. That includes tributaries in here? Yeah. Alright. Well, I thought that was going to take a lot longer, if I'm honest with you. That was actually fairly straightforward. Right. Greatest of all Khans. Now, last check. Are we happy with it being this person? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm mostly happy. He's got a ton of health benefits, which is really, really good right now. We are currently in this, which means that we're going to get towards healthy fairly quickly. If I go for Know Thyself as our first thing, Know Thyself, the way it works, and I had this wrong previously, so this is why I'm just saying it here. The way this works is that if you are 1 year away from death, or sorry, if you are about to die, like the game has rolled a death for you, it gives you an extra year, basically, right? So this gives you 1 extra year of life, so that was probably something to rush towards for us. Yeah, so we're very near that. The only argument that could be made is that we could wait for our heir to inherit, so we would play as somebody like, say, Saru here, and we would just immediately trigger this upon succession, but... Nah, I'm happy doing it on this character. I think it'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're ready to go. This could go very badly. I mean, worst case scenario, I guess we have to build up from nothing, because it doesn't take away the... Like, it only takes away the ability for anyone else to become Greatest of Khans if you win the war. So we should be fine. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Sound the drums of war. Call the clans, proclaim the world is yours, O Khan of Khans, and that, though Khans and chieftains rise to deny you, you will be lord of all under the sky. Be warned! The signs tell that a mighty son of heaven, the prophesied Mongol, will one day make this claim, and once he is conquered, no horse lord will ever match his glory. Sound the drums of war. Ah! that is a terrifying sight. Okay, so who was it? The Kudu Mongols. So I guess they're the most powerful ruler nearby? I guess so. Wait, no. The Byzantines joined. Ah, okay. So the Byzantines were the most powerful ones nearby. Also, I think we just invalidated their holy war. Yeah, I believe we just invalidated their holy war by doing that. Alright. So they've got this many plus 35. We've got this many plus 21. Okay, well, that's cool. I'm trying to think of the easiest way of doing this. Let's do this map mode, and then, yeah, look at us. So, this is what we're against, and then the green bits are our allies. Alright. Let's see here. So, we got 46,000, they got 31,000. Now, this is difficult, because yeah, we have positives and negatives here. The positive is that we can get our troops together so much quicker than they can, right? Like, these guys are not going to be able to join these guys' armies because we're going to raise our troops here and we can go either side, like, we can go and crush them. The problem is that if we go up here and beat up these guys, they're going to head over here and siege this land. So, but if we do the opposite, obviously they'll siege this land, so it's kind of a lose-lose on that case. However, we do have 26 allies, so they'll hopefully do something. Huh. Yeah, what have we got here? What can we do? Oh, I can call in another 44 troops. Honestly, not gonna bother. I'm also not gonna demand herd right now. Alright. So, I think we should raise our troops on our capital, as that's the quickest place to raise them. Oh yeah, what's the war score for it? So is it just War of Defiance? It's also only got enforce and surrender. There is no white peace. Huh. Interesting. I'm wondering what the objective is in the war. I have to assume it's maybe battles? Like, having a positive battle war score? Or maybe it's if they hold any of our land. If they hold none of our land, maybe we get taking war score. Alright. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do. So you're the person I'm against right here. This is the one that I'm at first against. I think maybe we move our troops up that way and we try and defeat their armies, I guess. I guess maybe I want to raise my troops here and just charge for their capital and hope that we get war score from them. Yeah, I think that seems like the best idea. So, rally point, we're going to raise our troops. Can I go through here? Yes, I can go through here. Wonderful. Raise our troops here. We're just going to raise them all. We're going to head to their capital. We got a level 3 fortress breaker here. This is going to be, like, really good for us. Let's go. Oh, speed 5. War for the earth and heavens. Countless tribes rise to oppose me, riled to war by Khan Monjke of Kudu Mongols, and the Byzantine Emperor's armies join them. Basilius Marcos is desperate to see the Great Steppe divided. Others, the weak and fearful, have crawled to Chugudchak and joined Chieftain Bukhu of Husan Mongols in giving me their submission. Ah, so that might be why we have so many allies. All the clans under the Kyrgyz are called, cries my friend, Il Tabar Gzi. The brave mount their war horses. We ride to where your horsetail banners catch the wind. So I'd say, save yourselves for the wars to come. All vassals who've joined your war on your side are removed as participants. If you become the Grace of Khan, you will gain renown scaled by the number and tier of these vassals, or we will have the world or we will die. No, I don't think we need the renown. I think I'm happy to let them join us. I don't know. I feel like it would be too close otherwise, because they have 31,000 and we have 30, 30.9 8,000. Right? It's very, very close if they don't join us. Right. Also, it'd be useful to have some of these armies merge up and stop them from sieging, hopefully. Kind of hoping they do that instead of following my 30,000 man army, but, you know, whatever. I can vassalize you. Alright, become my vassal. That's fine. Just a random one there. My son-in-law is already imprisoned. That's not good. That trait to be known to all. I can vassalize these guys as well. Sure. Oh, we're defeating an army as we head up here. Nice. Is that worth any war score? Who knows? Also, wait a second. War score? That's battles lost. Yeah, see, this is what I was saying. All these tiny little armies are probably going to lose us war score over time. So I have 2 new grandchildren. Bonyak and Urgi. Alright. Did I get any war score for that? Nope. Alright. To me, that implies that we're only getting war score for direct ones, but we'll see. As in, like, we're only getting war score for this one, for battles against that guy. So you're the Khaganate of Great Liao. Are you actually against me in this war, or are you just hostile to me? I think you might just be hostile to me. Alright. As a tributary. I think my concubine's cheating on me. I also think she's cheating on me. You must understand I never wanted to hurt you. Beg Yush is the true father of my child. Everyone will know of your infidelity. Right. Oh, I would love to hit... Yes, I'd love to get to this army first, because that is the group that we're directly against in the war. And I got there. Wonderful. So that's 10% war score from capturing the air, and we even out the battle war score. Also, that tells us something very important. We get war score directly against this guy. This is not a group of people, this is this guy we're against. All these other ones are his ally, but we are against him. That's very important to note, because it means that if we go and siege his stuff, we should, in theory, get 100% war score. That's the way I'm reading this. Anyway, we'll see. Also, if I go and siege his stuff, we should be able to capture his heir and then get war score that way. That's how I'm reading it all. Victory. So that was 0 for 3. We killed 3,000 for 0 losses. That is incredible. Yeah, we had 0 losses in both fights so far. Oh, they're joining this one. Oh, that's not good. Enemy banner. I'm going to burn it. Yeah, they're chucking more and more people into this battle. They're going to attack us. We're now defending here. Yeah, it's not good for them. Oh, and we're sieging as well. Wow, we almost got the siege finished. That's good. And siege done. Nice. Now I'm going to head up towards their cap. Wait, why do I take attrition here? I take attrition because I need sieged here. Tura comes of age. Alright, she's an astute intellectual. Wonderful. I'm assuming the Byzantines are on us down here, right? No. Where are the Byzantines? That's interesting. It's interesting that I don't know where they are. It's also a little worrying that I don't know where they are, but, you know, interesting. Nonetheless. 20 days left on the siege. I won the siege. Was that worth any war score? Now, that's another interesting thing. That worth war score? No. So this one, I am at war with them. We're 0 war score. So actually, I'm only going to get war score against these guys. Okay. We're learning. I gaze upon Astana, remembering the day I found her and all of the memories we've shared, becoming quite beloved over the years. Astana has been my companion, and I can't imagine hunting without her. This creature is not meant to be restrained by the likes of me. It'd be best if she were set free to create progeny of her own. Is now the time? I get Astana's feather. I lose Curious Eagle. I cannot part with her just yet, or I'll never let Astana go. Let's keep Astana with us a little while longer. Yeah. 20 days left on the siege. Let's get this. Didn't capture anybody worth any war score, unfortunately. I did seize a boar hide. This guy's no longer my foreign yeah, he's no longer my foreign emissary. Well, that's fine. We'll get a new one. So what land do you hold directly? We'll have to siege everything, right? Yeah, so everything that's in here. So we'll head up here and siege then. Now I know that we can win via sieging. It kind of makes sense just to go for that. You want me to be your blood brother? No? Thanks for the offer, though. Random person who I've never seen before. So you want to be blood brothers? No, not really. I don't know who you are. You've offered me this guy? Yeah, I'll take him into my court. Right. And now we can siege this down. Next one. Hopefully they start sieging this one. Yeah, that's good. So I can come and take that siege in a second. Nice, down this way. So continue our siege. Just want to have a quick look at my capital. Yeah, they're not here. There are some armies over here I could potentially beat up, but I'm not overly worried about it. Nice. I'm also not worried about whether I get the sieges or not. Because we don't really care about getting prisoners. We more just want the land to actually be sieged. Next one. We are very, very quickly sieging their land. Okay. That's 41%. What else do you hold directly? Just seeing how much of this we got left. So it's like one... Okay. This actually, I think we're going to win via just sieging. I'm going to go and get that one. Huntress in the making. Ah, yes, that's my daughter has now got Destined Falconer. And I can grab myself Restraint, which doesn't really matter because we don't need celibacy because we're probably maxed on children anyway. Right. That's all fine. It's just the next one on the path to the one I actually want there. That's the only reason we're taking it. 30 days left in the siege. So they've won some sieges over here, apparently. Oh, they must be down here, right? What sieges have they won? Because it says this has been stopped. Ah, down here. Okay. I was going to say, because it's been kind of stalling out at 39%, but it's because of those ones over there. You've improved this. Wonderful. The fertility growth. But the fertility growth went into the requirement section. So it's actually not good. Okay. Well, whatever. Defeat an army while we're here. And now move on to the next one. 26 days left in the siege. And won that one. I'm not going to bother fighting these battles. I'm just going to siege. We're all about getting the max siege stuff done here. I think we're only one away from winning the war. Right. Is that correct? Yeah, I'd read this as we're one away from winning the war, but I don't know if that's true. Also don't know... Wait, is this person... I should check. Are you in my war? No, wait. You're hostile to me. So, no, we need to siege that as well, I think. Wars are being declared on my tributary as I can't do anything about them currently. My granddaughter Tura has been born. She is Herculean, or Amazonian, I guess. Yeah, I think we need to siege this. If not, I need to go win some more battles, but... Let's have a look. Yes, this one was sneaky, because they were just hostile to us. My daughter Mutlu has now got a fortune builder education. I need a personal physician. That's actually very important. If you don't have a personal physician, if you get wounded, you don't get the chance of just removing the wounded immediately. Right. And so we now have all of his land, right? I think so. It's difficult to tell, I'll be honest. That's interesting. Oh, maybe you can't completely siege a Steppe realm because they... yeah, because he has this title. So we got Kada. Yeah, no, I think we got everything that's his. No, I think you just can't win via that. Okay. We need to go beat up his army. His army's over here. Why don't you head back... I head this way. I'm taking tons of attrition. Head back into our territory and I'll work it out from there. I've lost another position. So let's go with you into that one. Right. And we're off. Let traitor be known to all. Hoping that our movement speed will get us away from these pile of troops that are chasing us. We should be able to move a little bit quicker than them. Right. Down here. Going as quickly as we can. They are taking attrition, which is good. We are not yet taking attrition because we started with more supplies than they did. Presumably due to us. Yeah, due to living off the land. That's good. Information brokering. I don't care about close family having an extramarital affair. It is not, you know, it's not important to us currently. Right, go join in that fight. Alright, so let's see how this goes. Hopefully well. That's what I'm hoping here. So, into the pile. I have no idea if we have more troops. I know our troops are better. I have no idea if we have more. You know what? Let's fight in terrain that I know is ours. So we get the defensive bonuses. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting defensive stuff. Now they're locked into fighting as well. Yep. Chuck all your troops in here. Yeah, this is going to go well for you. Okay, so they ended with how many troops? This one, they lost 4,000. Yeah, they got a little destroyed. They had a couple of wipes there. Right, head down here. Let's get the siege back. 30 days on the siege. What's this? Gift artifact. I don't need a cursed wolf hide. I should check if we're capped on any type of war score. No, I shouldn't. We're at 90%, but are we capped? Nope. Alright, don't know what taking war score is here. Not relevant. We are now the greatest of all Khans. So, we get this as a bonus. So, pluses to pretty much every stat. Natural dread is 50 higher. Dread decay is slower. More vassal limit, although our vassal limit is already plus 1,000, so this one's a little outdated as a thing. Anyway. Well, I guess it's not outdated after a certain point, because if you become feudal, you get to keep greatest of Khans. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Army gold maintenance down 50%, which I think we already have a minus 25 somewhere, so that might make it almost 0. Same culture opinion is up, doesn't matter a lot. We're already, pretty much everyone of our culture is already in our realm anyway, and there aren't that many of them. Enemy hostile scheme phase length is slow, so they can't scheme against you, and it has low chance. 100% herd gain, so we're getting a huge amount extra herd, and a huge amount extra capacity, and 10 legitimacy per month, and minority vassals love us, and siege progress for light cav is up by 0.5, same with archers. Heavy cav does more damage. It's incredible. And we get 500 legitimacy and prestige, and we're paid gold by every attacker. That's all 41 of them. And every truce that we have is now ended, not that that matters too much, and all of our allies gain 1,000 prestige, although they share it. This guy becomes my vassal and loses a bunch of stuff, and he's paying 460 gold to me just on top of everything else, and then all of these guys become my vassal. And Defender's accolades gain significant glory. Enforce demands. We'll slow it down a little bit, because the game's probably going to need some time to process. Also, apparently, there's an event chain that happens once you start this, so let's find out, shall we? That's not the event I was waiting for. Let's find out, shall we? That's not the event chain that's not what I'm waiting for. I did click the button, right? Yep. Alright. Let's find out. There we go. I did join some new wars, but I'm assuming that's because, yeah, I'm the new target. Wonderful. So, greetings, my liege. Blessings upon you and your house. I know when I'm defeated, it seems I'm left with no choice but to comply with your demands. So we get everything. Also, look how much money we have now. It's insane. So be it. My cruelty speaks for all the world. In the heavens are many great lights. In the heavens, the sun, moon, and stars. But on earth, there can be only one Khan. I, Semitai, am that Khan, the greatest of all Khans. After my victory over the snakes that coiled around my feet, none dare speak against me at the Kulratai of all the clans. Eagerly their chieftains submit and give their oaths, hungry for the conquest of the universe. The first rays of the morning sun breach the horizon. I mount my horse, and all the armies of the Kyrgyz Empire roar. I will have the world. So, the Mongol invasion can no longer happen. You may use the offer submission or ruin interaction. You may use the greatest of Khan's onslaught casus belli. The Kyrgyz Empire is protected from disobedient Kulratais during succession. Oh, that's cool. If your dynasty loses control of the Kyrgyz Empire or has failed to take the Reform the Great Khaganate decision by the year 1217, these bonuses will be lost and the Kyrgyz Empire will be liable to shatter. So 1217, is that a set in, like, I'm interested whether that's like a set in stone date, or whether that's a date that's based upon the current date. I'm trying to think what that would be for us. That would be 35 years? Not 35 years, that's stupid. That's completely wrong. 75 years. Okay, 75 years makes a lot more sense. Yes, okay, so that's obviously generated based upon this date that we did it. So we got 75 years to conquer everything. Also, interestingly, this implies that we can have a succession, which I wasn't under the impression that you could. I thought that what would happen is it would just be like this character. But no, okay, it can be multiple. Okay. I guess only one gets greatest of all Khans, but you can still go and conquer without it. You gain a new Khagan legend seed. You also gain a bunch of free men. Also, the trait Golden Lineage. So Dread Gain is up, Vassal Limit is up by 200, which doesn't matter because you got 1,000 for in it, but I guess you also get it if you stop being Nomadic, which is fine. Terrified Vassal Tax, Vassal Levy, and Vassal Herd contribution is up. Herd capacity is up by an extra 20%, and increased initial legitimacy. And our descendants also get Golden Lineage. Wow. A name for the Khagan. The powerful omens are many. Heaven and earth, they say, reach out to protect me. In dreams, in clouds of dust, great bulls promise ruin to my enemies. Beautiful geldings and mares, gifts of palace tents. The clan elders promise these, on and on. I need a title worthy of this destiny. I am Sengiz Khan. Dort Yulong Khagan. Tengri Khagan. Kyrgyz Khagan. The one true Kyrgyz. Or I will have only my own name. Tengri Khagan, the Heavenborn. I kind of like that. Yeah. We're going to be Tengri Khagan. Ho 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 ho. Our empire looks crazy. Alright. I'm in 2 wars. You want a white peace? Because I don't really want to enforce demands. I don't want to waste my time. I would white peace with you as well if you would have it. You would not have it. Alright, where are you? You're blooming miles away. Right. merge our army there. Where's our other army? It's there, huh? Right, I'm going to send this army. Where are you? You're here. I'm almost tempted to just surrender, but I'm not going to. As in surrender so we can move on to our own conquests quicker. Head over here and then head down there. Right, designate terrain. I think I'm going to choose the same terrain type I've chosen several times now in my permanent decisions. Okay, family members can get married. That's fine. I have too few knights. That seems like that's a problem that'll fix itself in a second. Neighbors can be vassalized. Let's start with this first. And then we'll look at the neighbors can submit option. Right. And we'll just wait a second or two. This Chinggis everything is the achievement to become the greatest of Khans. I also need a okay, I don't have any clan vassals, but I'm assuming I will in a second. Okay. Right, they've accepted my offers of vassalization. Wait a second or two on some of these. Nice. Cool. Right, now I need tax collectors. So that's going to be you. Wonderful. Artifacts have low durability. Sure, I'll repair them. I have... That was 600? Yeah, although I shouldn't spend money too much, but I do have, like, pretty much more money than I can do with right now. I'm just going to ransom everybody. Just for right now. I can vassalize you. Okay, sure. Let's vassalize them. Cool. Neighbors should submit. Yes, okay, they will just submit. Oh, they're herders. Probably. Yes, they're all herders. Okay, well. Submit or die, basically. There we go. So we'll get all of them. How about you? Do you want to be my, You would say no to this. To being my, vassal. Alright. We'll think about it. Think what we're doing with you in a minute. Maybe. I haven't checked what happens if they say no, actually. Yeah, so they all submitted. Wonderful. That's a bunch of new vassals. You can force submission on these guys. Be merciful, demand payments. Why would they say no? Because they belong to a confederation. I guess it doesn't take that into account. What happens if they decline? If they decline, we start a war. I ruthlessly scourge all their buildings and take everything anyway. Seems fair enough. Right, I need to get my... Oh, you know what I should do with my other army? The one that's over here? You, one, should just have somebody, like an organizer in charge of you. And you should make your way to wherever we're going to attack next. Could maybe go for Aelid and the Byzantine Empire at the same time. Right? Yeah, that seems reasonable. Also, I can start wars with my armies raised, I just realized, because... I see you're going to start down here, because I can get them to start the war. Yeah, I can get them to start the war by giving them the ruin option. Oh, it's interesting. Grant vassals to rightful liege. I'm just going to do this. I don't know how many of them are correct or whatever. I'm just going to grant them all the vassals. It will save us a lot of time in the long run. Right. There we go. I know I could have them all as individual vassals, but then people would hate me. Then I should destroy the titles, and we've got 75 years to do this. We're not going to spend our time organizing the realm. We're going to war. That's what we're going to do. Right. There we go. I'll sort them. So this is now what our underneath our realm looks like here, which is good. Okay. I should see whether I can get you as well at some point, but we'll worry about that in a minute. Right. Need a new Kulratai member. Be you. There we go. Although you should be doing... I don't really know, actually. I guess you could aid my Stargazer. Maybe. Or... I don't know. Also, cultural reformation cooldown and cost. I didn't notice that before, so you can make your culture reform quicker. That's kind of cool. Alright. It's all fine. Have I done the ransoming of my prisoners yet? I think I did, right? Yeah, I can do it again. Alright, keep ransoming them. I'm being raided. Yeah, it seems like that would happen. We have a lot of our... We have a large realm, so... Of course we're going to be raided. No, I don't need your military assistance. Swear blood brotherhood. No. My daughter is now of age. We should marry off some of our daughters and sons and things, but worry about that in a minute. Alright, there's that army. I should also refill our men at arms with like gold or something right now. Right. I guess I could also upgrade them as well. It is instant, so I should do that after this. Also, I just noticed that that is reinforcing now that I bought up. That's kind of cool. This person is trying to seduce me. Yeah, how about one night? Right. That's fine. So head down here. I've lost my personal physician. I need a new one. I require a new one. It's going to be my Stargazer and Lover, who is going to do that. I didn't realize you didn't have a job, so yeah, increase my lifestyle stuff. I need a new foreign emissary. Okay, that's going to be you, because you're young enough that you might survive long enough without me having to reassign you immediately. Wow, our number of troops has gone up significantly just from traveling over here and waiting a little bit for it to recalculate. Right. Talay has been born. It's another grandson. We're heading south. We got anyone else I can get rid of here? I have a few. How do you feel about me executing them? You'd be very unhappy. Alright. Recruit. Recruit. You know what? Just gonna recruit all of them. You're all recruited now. You're all welcome in my court. There we go. Right. Love how we say farewell to a lot of them. It's like, farewell, but they are going to my court. I mean, it's like not like they're going that far away. Right. I'll white peace. Because I really want to just get out of this war. Cool. I'm not really interested in staying long term in the war. Let me just double check that didn't... That got rid of the other army? Ah. Okay. Do I still have it though? I must still have it. I must just raise them all in one place. I wasn't sure whether it would or not. I guess it makes sense that it would, but I'm happy it didn't completely destroy them. I'm not going to take this because I don't think it's worth it. I want to take the one that makes me live longer. Nope. Didn't get it. Okay. We need to choose where we're going to attack. I kind of feel like we send one to the Cumans and we send one to the Byzantine Empire at the same time. And they're both going to say no. And then we just conquer them both. Yeah. Where's your capital? Great question, actually. Where is your capital? You. Where's capital of you? Wait, do you hold no land? No, you must. Okay. Assuming that's your capital? No? Huh. That's your capital? No? That's your capital. No? I don't know why I'm having such trouble finding it. Ah, there it is. It's because it was right in the center of the screen. Okay, so... yeah, it's right next to where we're already going to be. So I think I send you a submit or ruin. Be merciful is they become my vassal. Yeah, and then they're going to decline it, which then means we start a war with the greatest of Khan's onslaught casus belli. Yes. Okay. Do it. And then Byzantines. So do we have we do have the option of just doing... wait, no, is that the one I wanted? I guess so. Yeah, the Kyrgyz, I can do the Kyrgyz onslaught, or I can do the offer submission or ruin, which also ends in the Kyrgyz onslaught. Well, this is the greatest of all Khan's onslaught, but maybe it's changed to Kyrgyz, maybe it's culture specific. Oh, interesting. So this is, if we win, we get we can choose what we get. Oh, I should have done that, definitely. Ooh, let's do that. Offer submission or ruin to the Byzantines as well. Done. Right, let's see what happens. Your emissaries stank of horse and offered nothing but coarse threats to the noble realm of the Byzantine Empire. I had them killed. Venture out of the skin huts of your wasteland home if you wish, but strong walls await you here. Uh-huh. So I'm at war with the Byzantines. Probably should have been raising my troops a little earlier. That's okay. I'm going to raise the troops on this side for a very important reason. If they raise their troops, if they get their troops raised quicker than they could wipe us. Does a man with living breath in him let an enemy take his quiver? What is the worth of his life then? If I die in defense of my Cumans, then I will bury my quiver and bow next to my bones. But if you die here, we will snap your bow. Foul your body in the shit of animals. Feed your flesh to the dogs. The doom of the Cumans is sealed. Alright. A bunch of people have joined some of these wars, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. Waiting for the full lot of these guys to be... Oh, my mother died of old age. Okay. We're raised up. I'm going to send us here initially, while I replace you with an organizer. And army number 2, your goal is to... I guess I'm going to send you here initially. Let's do that. And I need a new keeper of the horses. So that is going to be you, probably. Wonderful. Right, go. New learning perk. We grab Know Thyself. We now know if we're going to, within a year, if we're going to die. Right, let the tracer be known to all. We captured like somebody important there. I'm now going to select somebody else. Make you in charge of that army. We're now going to become in charge of this army. Now I'm going to move my organizer. How much is each individual siege worth? Almost nothing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to move you up here and you're going to siege. Right. Now we're in charge of this siege, which took days. Wonderful. Defeat that army if you can. Can't reach it yet. Alright. Defeat that army. Just keep cutting our way through. Down this way. Defeat the next army. 100% war score. We will get all landed titles. Gain most landed titles held by his duchy and kingdom to your vassals. All rulers will become more likely to accept the offer, submission, or ruin option. We imprison them. We gain dread. We gain herd. We gain an army of special soldiers. Valuable prisoners will be released. We gain legitimacy and Yeah, that's about it. Also, for him, he pays us herd, plus his lands are ruthlessly scourged. Humans is destroyed, so that's the top level titles destroyed. So, enforce demands. We have destroyed all of that. Wow, and we took all of the core artifacts as well. Oh, I think they had joined the Cumans War. There was 165 nobles of worth brutalized beyond recognition. Oh, I see. And then we raised 10 holdings as well. So we are, like, wiping people out. Also, let me just make sure that we have tax collectors in both of those. Alright, designated terrain is steppe. Basically, lowlands. That seems pretty good. Vassals can be granted to the rightful liege. We should do that. And then we need to work out what we're doing with the other 33 titles we've just picked up. Right, you... Let me just work out where I'm going with you. You're going to head up this way to start with. You're going to head in here. And I am going to end the... Well, double check I'm in the same war, right? Yeah. I am going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. This is going to be a very, very quick conquest from this point onwards. I think you can see that the amount of land we're going to gain is absurd. And we're going to gain it very, very quickly. Also, I just want to check something. Now that we've done that, what the chance is higher due to... plus 10 here. So I'm assuming it's plus 10 each time we do it. Alright. So there's someone like... How about you? Would you be willing to accept it? No, it's minus 113%. Oh, but if I do this... You would then accept it. Probably. Especially if I just was merciful. Which I probably would be. I'd probably say, be merciful. And then I get them. How about Galicia, Volnia? We're still at minus 160%. But if I now do this... And I'll pause a little bit. They're now my vassal. Ah. Alright. So... When I said this is going to be a quick conquest, I didn't even realize how quick, because like places like this, obviously around the edge, we're going to be able to just demand things from them. Yeah, so like it has some of them here, but we can just go around being like, actually, yeah, give me some special troops, and we will take your lands as well. Yeah, so I could do something like that to them as well. Right, you. Yeah. Yeah, probably them as well. And then just start working my way through these different ones. Now, the confederations would still say no, due to being in a confederation. But I can now take these guys. And it gives me some special soldiers. Now, these special soldiers, where do they spawn? Or are they just... They must just be added to my pile, I'm guessing. Oh, but then I joined wars that were against the people who I've just taken, I'm guessing. Yeah, because you were trying to take some of this land. Ah, I see. Oh no, they spawned at my capital. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. So actually, a strategy here might be to wait until we finish enough wars and just spawn special troops over here and then send them off. Huh. Weird. Can I get you to be, to offer submission? No. No, you really don't want to. That's very fair. Right. Well, I am going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.